Enchanted armor is 25% stronger. I'd definitely get that perk if I was going for enchanting. Soul gems improve. Provide magicka for recharge. Health, magicka and stamina enchants become stronger. What? Some of these sound very similar, like health, magic, stamina enchants become stronger. What about that? That combined with enchanted armor is 25% stronger. Would that stack, or is that like separate? Extra effects on already enchanted weapons can be applied. It's like they've taken away some of the depth and then they've added some more depth with this stuff, or the clutter, whatever you want to call it. But I suppose perks is more, it's not more clear, but it's more, I think some of these are more overpowered than the stuff you could do in Oblivion, certainly. They're certainly more powerful than the perks they had in Fallout 3, a lot of them. Hopefully they nerf it a bit, because this is a bit too overpowered, some of these. Extra effect on already enchanted weapons can be applied. Extra effect, so you can get 2 enchants on a weapon. That is pretty sick, actually. Again, overpowered in my opinion. Fire enchants 25% stronger. Frost enchants 25% stronger. I think 10% would be enough. Shock enchants 25% stronger. Got illusion. Hypnotic gaze. Calm higher level people and creatures. That's crazy. I mean, if you can do that in a boss or something, that would be crazy. Usually these things don't apply to bosses, but it just says higher level people and creatures. It doesn't say anything about not being applied to bosses. That would be kind of useful actually if you're low level and you're engaging like high level things and they're kicking your ass. You can just hypnotize it and calm it, and then go on about your business basically. Dual casting overcharges for more. That's that's the same as the destruction tree, or was it the illusion tree? One of these other trees had the same what do you call it, perk. So I don't know if this is going to be just in a separate magic tree, general magic tree, and then they'll have the separate illusion, destruction, restoration, conjuration. Spells work on higher level animals. Spells work on higher level people. That's interesting. All spellcasting from any skill is done silently. Master of the Mind. Illusion spells work on undead, Daedra and automatons. That must be a new type of mob. I think they're like big Nord things. Fear spells work on higher level enemies. So you can see fear in this one, that's good. Cause them to run away if you want them out of the way. Restoration. Healing spells also restore stamina. Now that's a good one. I would definitely get that, because as a warrior I need that. I need to heal myself and I need to regain my stamina. So that'll be like 2 for 1. That's pretty damn overpowered though also. Healing spells heal 50% more. So if you got that and combine that with healing spells also restore stamina, would that be 50% more stamina also, as well as healing? Because that would be overpowered again. Magic is partially recharged with each healing spell. Huh. That's really nice. Spells are more effective against undead. Once a day, chance to autocast 250 HP restoration when health drops low. That's interesting. That's definitely not overpowered. That's like a last resort sort of thing you'd want, but I don't think I'd go for that because it's not that great. It's like once a day. That's terrible actually. Magicka regenerates 25% faster. I mean, some of these are so powerful, and then you get ones like that that are just pretty useless actually. It's kind of weird. You got factions. You got Thieves Guild, which is joinable. Excellent. College of Winterhold. Don't know what that is. Sounds weird. Companions. Joinable. So we've got a companion faction. That's interesting. Dark Brotherhood. Hell yes. Hell yes. The best faction in Oblivion, and it's back in Skyrim. The same guy who did the Oblivion quest line for the Dark Brotherhood is doing the same. Is doing this quest for the Dark Brotherhood in Skyrim, which is going to be excellent. So that's awesome. Riverwood Tavern Warrior Clan, can't join that one apparently. It's not confirmed anyway. Stormcloaks joinable. Sounds interesting. So we've got a lot more factions apparently. Where's the Mages Guild though? I guess the College of Winterhold must be the Mages Guild. Shield Brothers, not joinable apparently. Necromancers, not joinable. No wait, Necromancer says not joinable next to it. The Shield Brothers doesn't say anything next to it, so it's probably just not confirmed. The same with the Riverwood Tavern Warrior clan. I guess there will be a Fighters Guild. I guess the Riverwood Tavern Warrior clan sounds like the Fighters Guild, so that might be that. Or the Companions even. Stormcloaks might be. Shield Brothers might be. Imperial Army. You can join the Imperial Army. That is sick. That is absolutely sick. You can join the army. The Imperial Army. You can join the army. That is sick. They've never been able to do that as far as I know. Except for a quest or something that you were the slop drudge for the prison. So that's going to be excellent. Working your way through the ranks of the army. Hopefully fighting in big battles and stuff. But against who? That's the big question. At the Battleborn, who they are. Not confirmed whether they're joinable or not. East Empire Trading Company, not confirmed whether they're joinable either. Very interesting. Crafting. There are 6 different stages to crafting items. The first 2 are refining crude ore and assembling materials. There's 13 different types of ore which are used for crafting, so you can actually collect ore in this game. That's good. So there's going to be mining them. I'm pretty sure that's awesome. More realistic alchemy tabs. So that's something that was missing from Oblivion. Mining, and hopefully they even have skinning, so you can make leather armor. Mining, so you can make plate armor. They did say there was mines and stuff for the inhabitants of the towns and the cities. So you could probably go down to the mines or get a job in the mines. That would be awesome. You can actually, I think what was confirmed is you can get a job in the towns and the cities. You can get a job as a logger, you can get a job as a mill attendant, something like that, or perhaps even a miner. So that's going to be very, very interesting to see that. I haven't actually seen any videos showing you that properly in depth. More realistic alchemy labs, that's good. In addition to alchemy ingredients, there are also regions. Misc features, or Misc. There's 2 types of fast travel, Morrowind style. What's that, like the big floating car type travel? So it's like a big, I don't even know what they're called. What were they, like big elephants you travelled on, but they were floating jellyfish things you travelled on. Weird. From city to city, so it's like city to city travel. The Oblivion style, which was like, well, just click a point in the map and you fast travel to it. There's no multiplayer. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, but Elder Scrolls has never had multiplayer. It's always been a very in-depth and very immersive game, so it's probably better that way because it's like at your own pace, so you can do your own thing. That's what it's all about. It's all about just doing your own thing. I mean, if you were playing co-op, you'd have to go along with what your friend wanted, or you'd be dictating the pace to your friend and they'd want to do something else. So everybody always wants to do something else, you know. So it's like it has to be single player pretty much. Probably in the next Elder Scrolls, I'd say they'd probably want to look into making a co-op mode at least. Maybe some multiplayer, but I can't really see it in the Elder Scrolls, to be honest. I mean, it is a single player game, and it's good to have actual single player games in a market that's actually flooded at the minute with multiplayer co-op mode games. It's nice to have an in-depth single player game that you can just play and chill out on your own, or you can play in-depth on your own, so it's nice. There's no hardcore mode. That might be disappointing to some people because they'd want like durability on their items, which has been removed. They'd want like permadeath, they'd want stuff like that, but there's no hardcore mode. There was nothing like that in any of the Elder Scrolls games. It's just the way it is. It is a game. It is an experience. It is what it is. You play it. The way you play it determines your adventure pretty much, and this is even more so in Skyrim, hopefully. Soul gems can be used like in previous TS games to trap souls. Interesting. You can buy properties. Good, that's good. You can buy your own house and put plates, cups, saucers, furniture, stuff into them. Lockpicking is still a minigame, but it's been improved. Like I think Fallout 3's lockpicking system was better than Oblivion's because you could. It was more intricate. It was more satisfying, I think. So that's good. Hopefully they're going down the Fallout 3 sort of route with that. Maybe even pushing it even further. But it says it's been improved, so hopefully it should be better. There's a separate bounty for each of the 9 holds. Separate bounty? Don't know what that means. Bounty. Alright, each of the 9 places you go to, there's a separate bounty. So if you have a bounty in one city or one town, you won't have a bounty in another city or town like you did in Oblivion. So if you run away from one city, you don't have to come back to it. If you ransack a whole city, you can burn to the floor, kill everybody, and then move on to the next city and be nicey nice, and you won't have a bounty in your head in that city or that town, but you'll have a bounty in your head in the city you came from that you killed everybody in or decimated. You can catch diseases, yeah, we know that, like vampirism. After killing an NPC, well, obviously Bretons can catch diseases, can they? Or was it Argonians? One of them has a resistance to them. Don't know if that means they're immune. I don't think it means they're immune. That would be kind of overpowered also. After killing an NPC, you can sleep in their bed. Ha, finally. I mean, in Oblivion, if you broke into a house, it would be like, you can't sleep here, you're trespassing. Even if you killed the owner. So hopefully, if the owner's out, or if you kill the owner, you can sleep in their bed, yeah. Because it would become like your house, because you've killed the occupants. There will be less but bigger expansion-like DLCs compared to Fallout 3 and Oblivion. I think that's a good thing, because it means bigger chunks, bigger updates, less frequently. So it's nice, you can actually discover the whole game before moving into the DLC content. And then you get a nice chunk update, then you can play through that, and then once you're done with that, you get another chunk update instead of getting little DLCs, which I don't really like. I like a big chunk, like it used to be before downloadable content, before, like when you got like Neverwinter Nights 2, and then you got the expansion pack hard copy I'm talking about here. So it was like a proper expansion, bigger expansion like DLCs, you know, so it's gonna be like expansions, yeah, proper. There's sort of a karma system like there was in Fallout 3 apparently, but it's not governed by numbers. Instead, people react to what you do, and you'll have to base how bad you are on that and not numbers. That's good, so it's more organic. Only possible to have a relationship with certain NPCs, and in some cases marriage. Oh yes, does that mean you can have kids like in Fable? In Fable you could flirt, you could get married, you could have kids. Fable 3 certainly. Fable you could definitely get married, the first one. So they've taken that aspect from Fable, which is nice. I love that aspect in Fable actually. It added a lot of depth to the game.
Get away from me.
You got the Aurora Borealis, which is nice. That's up in the north. You can see that in Norway and stuff. You can see the aurora in winter time, I think it is, or is it in autumn? Probably about now you can see it. Once it gets to the shortest days, you can see it very well. So that's nice. Same-sex marriages, but isn't Elder Scrolls set in another universe? But I suppose it's making reference to Nordic culture. Nordic, they are called Nords, so yeah, it pretty much is Nordic. So the Aurora Borealis goes with that whole lore. It is a real thing, like, so it is really up there. It's just caused by magnetic interference, I think. You can have same-sex marriages. Oh my god. Okay, I think you could do that in... No, maybe not, you couldn't. That's maybe a first in games. That's a bit... That wouldn't really fit. In the medieval times, you would have been lynched for that. You would have been killed for that. That doesn't really fit. I mean, it fits in today's day and age, but back then, no way. That's a bit jarring, because it doesn't fit in that time. It just doesn't fit, because people didn't accept it back then. In some cultures they did, like in Greece and stuff, they were okay with it, but they didn't have marriages or anything like that. They just had like concubines and stuff. They had like sex slaves, male sex slaves, the guys. Yeah. Anyway, enough about that. Aside from side quests, there are also Misc objectives. Is that like... I don't really understand that. It's aside from side quests or Misc objectives. Is that like finding a book, like I did on top of that cliff?
Go ahead,
about the monster of Dive Bay, whatever it was called, and then just going and seeing about it and taking care of it, and then getting rewarded for it by whatever the monster drops. It's like secret sort of quests. I hope so. Hope those are present in the game, like you come across a book about something, like someone's journal, and you read the